Good morning, my name is Chris Fox, and today I wanted a more lighter, upbeat video. I wanted to talk about what I feel is our dual purpose in storytelling, the reason why we exist as authors. We bring people hope. We tell them the world can be better than it is, good can triumph over evil, and this is something I think that's been known by storytellers for a long time. Not by me. I thought I was just getting into it to entertainment. But over the decade plus I've been doing this, I've gotten a lot of emails from people who said, hey, I'm going through surgery. I'm going through this. I'm going through a bad divorce, whatever it was. And your stuff got me through it. And I've talked to other authors who've received similar emails. And the authors of the past, they have a couple of great quotes about this. So one of my favorite authors as a kid was C.S. Lewis. If you've read Narnia, you know who he is. I'm going to paraphrase his quote here because this is a little bit, long and it sounds like it was written in the 1920s. But basically what he's saying is kids are going to get bullied. They are going to see that the world is a bad place. We need to at least show them heroism and heroes and show them that evil can be defeated. Because if you don't do this, if you show them a world that is too realistic, if all you give them is, it's going to suck, and climate change is going to annihilate you in 10 years, and you guys are going to have no chance at the future, and life is only ever going to get worse, then those kids are going to be miserable. They are never going to accomplish anything in their lives. They're going to be joyless because they've been taught there's no point at doing anything. If, on the other hand, you teach them about hope and you teach them about the future, we get Star Trek. We get all these inventions. We get all these solutions to really hard problems in the world. If you look back through all of history, we're still here. No matter how bad the thing that we faced, no matter what we as a species had to deal with, we've kind of gotten past it. And sure, are we going through some growing pains? Are things dark? Absolutely. But as a 48-year-old, I was told as a child that climate change was going to destroy us. And by the time we got to 2000, it was over, the year 2000. And I vividly remember in the 1980s watching a movie that scared me so badly I couldn't sleep. I couldn't tell you the title of the movie today. The basic premise is that a kid in the future, it's the year 2000, and this is, done in the 80s, is strapped outside to a pole because it's in the future and there's no ozone layer anymore. The sun is absolutely deadly. So they leave him out there and he basically kind of cooks. And I was told that that was going to happen. I was told that acid rain was going to destroy everything. I was told that global cooling was going to cause the next ice age. I was terrified, and they were wrong about all of it. Is climate changing? Absolutely. And I'm not trying to make this a climate change video, but what I'm saying is kids don't need to have the weight of every large problem in the world thrust upon their shoulders when they are 5 or 8 or 10. They need to be kids. There's a second quote. This is by G.K. Chesterton. And I like it better than the one that C.S. Lewis had because I have to paraphrase it less. Children don't read fairy tales to learn about dragons. They already know about dragons. Children read fairy tales to know that dragons can be killed. So same thing as C.S. Lewis. Basically, you're showing them the world can be improved. There is hope. The hero, even though they look like they're completely overwhelmed and outclassed in the beginning, they're going to grow and learn and change. And by the end of their adventures, they're going to be able to solve their problems. That gives people hope, ingenuity, perseverance, and they pass those qualities on to the other people in their lives. So I would argue that storytelling has been a vital skill in our society going all the way back to ancient times. 20, 30,000 years ago, you and I probably would have been the shamans of the tribe, orally keeping the traditions, learning all the stories, maybe even adding a few of our own, and then passing those down to our apprentice. That's what we would have been doing. That's kind of what we do today as well. Mind, body, and spirit. Without these things, you are not complete. This is the wisdom of the ancients. This is what they've taught us. So in other words, if you were in fantastic mental shape, but like me, you were wildly out of physical shape, then your body's out of balance. If you then add getting in physical shape, so now I've been, working out for a year and I put on a bunch of muscle and my mind is great, but you're not tending to your spirit, well, now you got problems. And note, I'm not saying religion. I said spirituality. They're a little bit different. For most people that I know, spirituality can be as simple as I go hike in the woods and reconnect with nature. The point of all that is we are a conduit to bring this back to society. And as you look around now, you'll see, everything feels like it's on fire. People are all scared and we are at a dark time. Many of the best classics in history were written during time periods like this. JRR Tolkien wrote a lot of his series, The Lord of the Rings, in the trenches of the Somme in World War I while dodging mustard gas. So it doesn't matter how bad things are. It doesn't matter where we come down on the political spectrum or what we believe. We have the ability to bring hope to our audiences. And that's what I'm trying to do. And if you are a new undiscovered author who has never, ever had a reader before, it's only a matter of time. Finish what you're working on, learn the skills, master it, and you too are going to get to the point where you bring this kind of relief to other people. It's not just entertainment and a way for us to make a living, but you can change lives for the better. And it feels tremendously good when you get an email from somebody saying, thank you for what you did. And you're like, hey, I was just trying to make rent, but I'm really glad I provided something. We have a deeper purpose, and we have that as authors. And I'll close with this. I chose to do a more upbeat video today because the first attempt I made at a video today was a lot less upbeat. I was going to make something that, while accurate and timely, would have been kind of depressing, I think, for everybody. And I stopped and I thought about it. I said, is there any value in that? Like, there's value to me to have my voice spoken and to talk about some things I want to talk about, but is it going to give you, the viewer, value? Are you guys going to take hope from this? Are you going to take optimism from it? And I thought of it, I'm like, no. And what that means is that's my weight to carry, that I have a burden. I shouldn't be sharing it with you. I should be carrying it. So I decided to do that instead and make something a little more upbeat. We can all do that. We can choose to be paragons. We can choose to be exemplars. We can choose to show my son's generation, your kid's generation, if you have kids, that it can get better. So anyway, I'm going to get back to the writing. I've got good news on that front. I have now finished book 1 and 2 in Heir to Atlantis. I've got my cover art for the first book, which came out exactly as I wanted it to. I now have an astrolabe, my Atlantean device, created and drawn out artistically, and I love it. So I'm going to start working on my launch plan. I'm going to get back to the writing, and I will see you guys next week.